Hey, so I'm going to answer Joey and Carly's question. Now, it started off by asking about whether there were going to be any protest groups here at the conference, and I guess that kind of depends on how you want to define protest group. I think the first thing to look at is here in the conference there are official actions, and what these are is they're kind of sanctioned events that allow youth or other types of non-governmental organizations like Greenpeace and things like that to have some manner of protest inside the conference walls. And these are very tightly controlled. You have to actually have permission to put them on. And that's because you're within the security perimeter that's actually around this place. But in Mexico, surrounding the entire meetings, there's actually tons of other events going on. Now I'll show you a little bit of a video right now. This is essentially the Via Campesina, which is an international peasants organization, just to kind of like put it a little easily. It's basically farmers and people from around the world that are concerned with issues around food sovereignty. And this is also, in some ways, a bit of an anti-capitalist movement. Now, this is definitely not happening within the conference walls. This is all stuff that's happening out in the streets now. But getting back to kind of like inside the conference, the security here is a bit ridiculous. I'm not quite sure at times whether I should feel safe or intimidated. I tried to get a couple videos on the way here of some of the security guards, but they weren't too interested in having me video them, so I'll just tell you a little bit about it. So let's say, for example, 2 kilometers before you get into the conference center, there is a piece of the highway that's divided, and only official vehicles are able to actually make it into the conference center proper. So that's the first stage, and you have police that are surrounding this entire area. When you start getting closer to the conference center, because of all the high-profile figures that are going to be here at the meetings, there are Humvees with giant machine guns on the top. There are hundreds and hundreds of people with automatic weapons all over the place, all from the Mexican army. And then once you make it into the conference center itself, it's actually considered to be sovereign soil. So this is international soil, United Nations soil, for the duration of the conference. So the only people with weapons when you actually get inside here are the actual United Nations police force, because they have their own police force as well as fire force and everything else like that for any of these types of negotiations. So once you're inside here, the only people with guns will actually be the UN security. But when you're outside of here, you will see army people every like 100 feet. You'll see another person with an automatic weapon. For my hotel as well, I couldn't get a good picture of it, but there are 2 battleships patrolling the water to make sure that there wouldn't be any type of groups coming in by ship or anything like that. And they've been patrolling ever since I first got here. So I hope that answers your question a little bit, and we'll get the rest of the videos up with the rest of the answers. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.